Hi guys, welcome to Money Talks, brought to you by LifeScorebet. I am Jimmy Anishilewo, and of course we've all heard the Mohamed Salah contract situation, how he has said that this could be his last year at Liverpool because there has not been a contract renewal on the board. So I'm here with our analyst Ayola. So Ayola, can you give us a breakdown of how much it would cost if Liverpool wanted to retain Mohamed Salah?
Well, currently, when you look at Salah's salary, he's earning about between 300 and 350,000 pounds per week, which adds up to about 18 million pounds per year. So, for them to renew his contract, if they are going to renew it based on his current salary, which might not be possible because he would most likely want an even higher salary. But if they were to consider his current salary, then it would be around, if it was to be a year's contract extension, it would be around 18 million, like I said, for 2 years, 36 million, which is ideally what they would want to offer a player of Salah's caliber and, of course, his age as well. He's 32 already, so they would not want to offer him a longer contract in case, the inevitable decline comes for him. Okay. So, in total, in general, about 36 million pounds would be the amount that they would be looking at to renew Salah, or even higher than that, because they would want to increase his salary and make him one of the highest paid players in the Premier League at the moment.
So, how much do you think it's going to cost them if they decide not to renew and go for a replacement?
That's really what you have to now look at as the problem, because where do you find the replacement for someone like Mohamed Salah, someone with that kind of quality? The only players in the world currently that you would even say come close to Salah's quality would be people like Bukayo Saka, maybe Rodrigo at Real Madrid is another potential target. I mean, Saka is obviously not a target because it's impossible for them to go for a player from a direct rival like Arsenal. But someone like Rodrigo, who might be looking at a move, is someone who, even though he's not on Salah's level, obviously, but he has the potential to be, just like people could see that Salah had the potential to become who he is today. But both those players are going to cost in excess of 100 million euros or even 100 million pounds. So if you look at the discrepancies, it's quite a lot. Even if they were going to go for, they've also been linked with another Egyptian, Omar Mamouche from Frankfurt, and he's worth 40 million euros at the moment. So at the end of the day, it would look like a better financial decision to keep Salah at the moment compared to if they were going to replace him, because every replacement they're going to look at is going to be more expensive than what it would cost them to keep Salah at the club.
Okay. So what if they now decide not to replace him?
Well, if they decide not to replace him, or if the team doesn't, I mean, if you decide you're not going to replace someone who has scored 224 goals for you, 100 assists as well, the club's top scorer in European history, one of the best players the Premier League has ever seen, currently, even at the age of 32, taking the Premier League by storm, 11 goals, 7 assists in only 30 matches. If you take that away from Liverpool, then it's going to be a serious problem. It's going to mean that now with Salah, they're at the top of the table, but without him, they could be thinking of, they won't be qualifying for the Champions League based on the quality of players that they would have left. Because at the moment, even though we've seen good performances from people like Cody Gakpo, Luis Diaz, even Darwin Núñez, but Salah is the one really carrying the team on his shoulders at the moment. So without a player like that, they could be looking at losing out on Champions League money, for example, which, as everyone knows, is quite a bit. Even just to qualify for the Champions League, you get around 20 million euros compared to when you qualify for the Europa League, where you get just around 3.6 million euros. So even just the discrepancy between qualifying for the Champions League and qualifying for the Europa League would be enough to pay for at least one more year of Mo Salah. So it really makes no sense for them at this point not to renew him, because what they stand to lose is a lot more than what they stand to gain if they decide not to replace Mo Salah.
So according to Ayola, it would make more sense for Liverpool to retain Mohamed Salah rather than let him go and probably get a replacement or not replace him at all. So what do you guys think about this? Do you agree with him, or do you believe that maybe it is time for somebody else to take his place? Share your thoughts in the comments. I am Jimmy Anishilewo, and this is Money Talks, brought to you by LifeScorebet.